Hey fellas, it's your man Chris McDonald, and I'm gonna help make you a better man. That's right, this is Next Level Man, where you can come to get tips on how to become a better person. Now, no one is perfect, no one will ever be perfect, but we can all get better. And all it takes is some effort, some information from other people who are interested in making you get better, and you can do it. I'm Chris McDonald. I'm a motivational speaker, I'm a coach, and I'm a genuine person who just wants to see men become better men. So with that, let's get going because I've got some tips for you to help take you to the next level and make you a better person than you already are.
Don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other men so that they can have access to tips and success stories and ways to make them a better person. Okay guys, today the focus is on self-confidence. What's self-confidence? Self-confidence is your belief in yourself to be able to do anything that you want to do. No matter how big or how small the task is, you don't think that you can do it if your self-confidence is low. And the only way you're going to do it is if you work on your self-confidence, get your self-confidence high enough to know that you can do whatever it is you put your mind to. So let's talk about some of the things that you can do quickly and easily to help boost your self-confidence and make you a next level man. Okay, first on the list is dress to impress. I'm sure you've heard the saying that you feel how you look. If you feel like you're lounging around and lackadaisical and lazy, you're probably dressed that way. But when you're dressed up nice, you got a nice pair of pants, a shirt on, and you're clean cut and shaven, you're probably feeling really good about yourself. You feel like you're walking on sunshine. You feel like everybody's eyes are on you. People are making comments about how good you look. You start feeling good. You start acting a lot more confident than you normally do when you're, just bumming out. And there's nothing wrong with bumming out when the occasion arises, but if you really want to help boost your self-confidence, try improving your dress and watch and see how much higher your self-confidence meter goes. Try it out. Dress to impress. My next tip is to hang around self-confident people. I had an instructor that told me that he always makes sure that the people he hangs around with are smarter than he is. I feel the same way about self-confidence. I told you before, and you'll hear me say it all the time, one of my biggest pet peeves is making sure that you hang around the right people. Remember, Jim Rohn said that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. So if you're hanging around people that are not confident in themselves, people that are always looking for the negative things in life, people that are not always boosting you up and telling you that you can do it, those are the people you don't want to hang around with. But when you hang around people that have that sense of they can accomplish anything, people that aren't afraid to do and try things, you'll notice that your self-confidence is increasing on a regular basis and is higher than it normally is, also because birds of a feather flock together and they will influence you with their high level of self-confidence. But on the flip side, if you're hanging out with people with low self-confidence, guess what's going to happen to yours? It's going to start diminishing. It's going to plummet, and you're going to be just as unsure of yourself as the people that you're hanging out with are. Number 3, make a checklist. You'll find that when you make a checklist and you start checking things off and seeing that you've been accomplishing things, your self-confidence will rise. Because when you start accomplishing small things and you see that throughout the day you've been doing things and not been stagnant and wasting time lollygagging, you'll start feeling like, man, if I could do these small things, the larger things are possible as well. And your self-confidence will grow and grow and grow, all because of a small thing called a checklist. A small piece of paper, you can utilize your phone, something written down where you can go back and check it off or cross it out and see progress being made will help boost your self-confidence. I'm sure of it. Make a checklist. You won't regret it. Self-confidence booster number 4, talk to yourself. I know people say, oh, it's okay to talk to yourself as long as you don't talk back. I completely disagree. It's okay to have a conversation with yourself in the morning. What I do in the morning after I brush my teeth and shave, I stare at myself in the mirror and I say, hey, Chris, you are going to have a great day. Do you know why? Because you're a successful and great man, and there's nothing you can't do as long as you put your mind to it. You were great yesterday. You're going to be even better today. and I believe it, and I say it with conviction, and I go out and I tackle the day as best as I can. And then at the end of the day, I say to myself, great day, Chris. Wonderful day. You might not have accomplished everything you wanted to accomplish, but you did well. And guess what? Tomorrow is waiting for you to do even better. And it feels good, man. My self-confidence shoots up every single time I have a conversation with myself. And I guarantee, if you talk to yourself once in the morning, once at night, maybe even in the afternoon to keep yourself going, to give yourself a little inspirational chat, your self-confidence will rise, and you'll believe that if you believe in yourself, everyone else will have no choice but to get on board and believe in you as well, because your confidence is there and you're going to become a next level man because you keep trying, because you keep telling yourself that you can do it. Next on the list, be prepared. There's nothing better than being prepared for the task that's coming up. And I'm not talking about 5, 3, 2 minutes ahead. I'm talking about as well in advance as possible. Get your clothes ready the night before. Have them ironed, laid out, identified, and all of that good stuff. So that's one less thing you have to worry about. And when you wake up in the morning and you see that you've already started the night before preparing for the day, it makes you feel good and it makes you feel ready. What about studying, preparing for a conversation or a meeting that you're going to have the night before, the day before, a couple of weeks before? The more you know about a person or a job or a task that you're going to be accomplishing, the better off you are, because people start saying, wow, he really did his homework. He knows what he's talking about. You start feeling confident because you're saying to yourself, man, I know all about this stuff. Now, there might be some things I might not know, but I did some preparation before and I'm ready to keep it going because I've invested the time and the energy to prepare myself ahead of time so that when it's time to actually attack the task or to meet the person or to take the test, I've prepared myself, and therefore my confidence level is a lot higher than it would be if I'm just going in this thing, as they say, willy-nilly. So prepare yourself and watch and see how successful you will be, because your confidence is there as it should be. Next on the list, fellas, exercise. I know you know how it feels when you come out of the gym and you feel like you've moved the world with your hands or your arms or your legs, man. But listen, it doesn't have to be where you're a gym rat and you're all in the gym for hours on end. You come out all swollen and ripped in your shirts and things like that. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be an hour on the treadmill. It can be walking your block for a couple of miles. It could be doing some push-ups or some sit-ups or some planks or something like that, just to help you work on your physical appearance and getting your body in shape and just feeling good about yourself. There's so many chemicals that are released from exercise. So when you do that, I want you to pay attention to how you start feeling, because again, not only will you start noticing the difference, but other people will too. And there's nothing better than hearing people say, man, I admire how you're dedicated to the gym or working out or taking care of yourself and eating healthy. There's nothing better than that, because people start noticing, right? And they start telling you, and then you just feel like you're walking on sunshine, man. And you feel good because you start looking good, and you notice that I've taken the time out to do this, and I'm successful at it, so I can take time out to do the other things and be successful at it as well. Get some exercise in, eat healthy, and watch and see just how high your self-confidence meter rises because of it. Okay, guys, last tip for boosting or increasing your self-confidence is to learn something new. Read a book, learn a quote, memorize it, revisit some things that you've already learned and refresh your memory, and increase your knowledge bank. I don't know how many times I've heard people say, man, I'm impressed with so-and-so and how much he or she knows. And it's all because those people have taken the time to learn something new and incorporate it in their conversations. You know, when you learn something new and then you can find a way to bring it out in a conversation, and not in a braggadocious way, right? Just in a way to increase your conversation or your ability to interact with individuals on another level, or because you're able now to break the ice by talking about current events or a book that you've read or a quote or something that's relevant to the conversation or the situation that you're in. Man, it's a great feeling. And we should always, as next level men, be looking for ways to increase our knowledge and our information anytime and any chance we get. So my challenge to you with this way of increasing your self-confidence, my challenge is to try to read at least a book a month, a minimum. Right? Learn something new, read a book, something that's going to be productive, something that's going to contribute to your growth, and watch and see how sometimes what happens is you don't even notice it until you take the time to realize, man, I've really learned some things. I've really been able to improve on other things in my life because of the time that I invested in learning something new. And it can start off something small, man. One quote, you learn that and memorize it and repeat it to yourself every day, all day, and then you keep going and going. And, that noggin up there can hold a lot of information, man. So take some time to learn something new and incorporate that in your daily activities, and your self-confidence level will increase tremendously. I really, really hope you guys have taken notes. I really hope you guys have enjoyed these tips for increasing your self-confidence and your faith in yourself to be able to do things that you might not necessarily feel that you could do. And I hope that you take these things and you start utilizing them right away, because the world needs better men and the world needs a better you. And the only way that you can get better is by taking these things, putting them in practice ASAP, and then letting the world see that you are serious about becoming a next level man. Hey guys, I'll see you at the next level. Have a great day and be successful. Don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other men so that they can have access to tips and success stories and ways to make them a better person.